So for those of you who aren't up to date with Food Wars, anime and manga at the moment, you should probably stop now because this is going to be pretty spoiler heavy. I'm not sure I'm as interested as I was a couple of weeks ago. Now, I've been up to date with the manga for a while, and I knew that the regimental Shokugeki was going on and taking place, and I was all hyped and excited about it. But I kind of had it in the back of my head that this was going to be where the series ended, I think. I kind of see it as, if Luffy became the Pirate King halfway through the series, would I have been as invested? Like, that's been the long-term goal the whole way through. And now that Soma's sitting at the top of the school, I don't know that the Mafia guys really feel like they're as interesting. I mean, we're only a couple of chapters into the new story arc, so it's hard to sit and say that it's not going to be as good. I just personally find myself not as attached to it as I was, which is a weird thing to say because I love Food Wars. Shokugeki no Soma has been one of my favourite mangas for a while now, and a large part of that is because I spent 16 years working in kitchens, so I have a pretty good understanding of most of what they're talking about. It's a weird place to find yourself in when one of your favourite mangas takes a massive nosedive, and it's not the first time it's happened. I just want to talk about this one in particular because I didn't actually see this coming. Like, I honestly thought that the end of the regimental Shokugeki would be the end of the series. I don't really know what he could do past him becoming the first seat of the Elite 10. It's kind of been implied, the life or death thing with the Mafia, but even then I'm not sure that that's really going to cut it. Like, how are you going to take away Soma's long-term goal and expect the show to still thrive the way it did? Like, not that I want to give Boruto any credit whatsoever, but at least it had the sense to go, oh, Naruto's the new Hokage now, oh, we better at least come up with a new main character, even though he's a complete shitheel. It feels like it should have been, like, maybe they should have graduated, maybe we should have just skipped a couple of years. I don't really know what else to do with it. Again, I'm not saying it's bad, it's still got a lot of the charm it did, it's just, I've lost my motivation with it, I think. The struggle feels like it's not as real as it did. Like, Soma's there, he's sitting as the first seat. And we've seen time and again that the first seat, or any of the Elite 10 in fact, can pretty much get away with whatever the fucking hell they like. Like, they have money and sponsorships and all sorts of crap thrown at them with no effort whatsoever. So he's not the underdog anymore, he's now the champion, he's the king, he's the first seat. It's a weird place for a Shonen Battle series to be sitting at whatever point in the run we're at. Like, is this the closing arc, or... I think what a lot of it boils down to was there was a lot of characters we wanted to see Soma work his way through. Like, we didn't really see him fight any of the Elite 10 as he worked his way up. He basically just bypassed the lot, and even then, he didn't technically beat any of them, or any of the old guard on his own. It was actually Nakiri that did all the work in the, well, not all the work, but most of the work in the regimental Shokugeki. So it feels like we missed out on what could have been a great series of fights, I think. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's why it's bothering me so much. Maybe it's because I feel like I got robbed at the last minute. Like, we were almost at the point where Soma was going to work his way up one by one, just kicking their asses, and it never really happened, and now we've gone straight past that, and he's sitting on the throne, and we've just got to deal with whatever else gets thrown at us. I think that's probably a lot of it, honestly. Like, I feel like we missed out on a lot of decent Shokugekis, in all honesty. It's just... So yeah, those are my current thoughts on the current state of Food Wars. Let me know in the comments if you guys have an opinion on it, or what you think. Maybe you think I'm totally off base. Maybe it is just me. Maybe I'm fucking weird.